6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chad Mira.
And I'm Lauren Culber. Thanks for watching KX News. In our top story tonight, when the oil boom was ramping up, North Dakota began a rainy day fund, better known as the Legacy Fund.
It was voted in on the 2010 ballot. Since then, 30% of all oil tax revenue has been set aside, resulting in more than $5.5 billion. The North Dakota Tax Commissioner says it's like an endowment fund in the way it continues to grow over time. To date, money in the Legacy Fund has never been tapped into.
But that could all change. Lawmakers are considering a plan to eliminate the state's income tax, but that would come with a hefty price tag.
Renee Cooper is here in studio to share how it could be possible by using the Legacy Fund. Renee, good evening.
Chad and Lauren, this is one of the most talked about proposals at the state capitol right now. It's a plan to take the income tax burden off of taxpayers and corporations and instead place it on the potential success of the earnings from the Legacy Fund. However, it's not that simple, and not all legislators I spoke with believe this is a good idea. Tax Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger says the legislature has done a lot in the last 10 years to reduce income taxes already. That's why North Dakota has one of the lowest income tax rates in the nation.
And I'm all in favor of reducing income taxes as much as we possibly can. And I'm not opposed to eventually eliminating income tax.
He considers House Bill 1530 a measured approach because it would eliminate taxes over the course of 10 to 20 years.
Statistics show that nationwide, people are moving from high tax states to low tax states.
Senator Dotson sees it differently. He doesn't believe getting rid of income taxes would make much of a difference overall. It would just put the burden elsewhere.
States that have no income tax generally have high taxes on property, and they're very dependent on sales tax and expanding and growing their sales tax in order to cover things.
Right now, North Dakota is projected to collect about $930 million between individual and corporate income taxes in the next 2 years.
Really over $800 million of that is from individual income tax.
That $930 million would have to come out of the Legacy Fund. But as Rauschenberger explains, there are two parts to the fund, the principal and then earnings.
The principal of the Legacy Fund is filled up with oil dollars. That keeps growing every biennium, and unless there's a special vote of the legislature to take two-thirds vote, that principal just keeps growing. So that's protected constitutionally.
The earnings, on the other hand, is the money made after the tax commissioner's office invests that principal fund in stocks and bonds. 50% of those earnings are what Republican representatives want to put towards income tax.
What better legacy could we provide the next generation but to have eliminated their income tax liability forever?
Although Republican lawmakers think eliminating income tax this way could work, the question remains, are the people of North Dakota asking for reduced income taxes? In testimony against House Bill 1530, Representative Josh Boucher said the voters have continuously voted against rating of income taxes.
Anytime it's been on the ballot, the voters have supported the income tax system that we have.
Senator Dotson and Commissioner Rauschenberger say the state needs a steady tax base like income tax.
I just don't think that there's an appetite to put us in that position. I think if we have an income tax, it's one of the lowest in the country. I think that and the public generally accepts it.
The bill is in the Senate now. Senator Dotson says they haven't had a hearing on it yet, but he does not expect it to pass.
Now, Renee, what does the tax commissioner say about relying on sales tax instead?
Sure, Commissioner Rauschenberger says we can't rely on sales tax because that's dependent on oil money, which fluctuates drastically every year.
Renee Cooper reporting. Thanks, Renee.
Authorities are investigating possible